This column chart here is showing sales for the selected year by subcategory. And what's different here is anytime the sales for particular subcategory is less compared to previous year, the color of this bar here will be shown in red using conditional formatting. So for example, here for CD-ROM here, the total sales is 431.9K, but it is less compared to previous year. And that's why this is shown in red, and difference is almost $671. Just to make sure what I'm showing here is correct, I'm also showing this data in this table here. So for example, for the CD-ROM here, total sales is 431K, sales previous year 432, and it is less by $671. That's why this is in red. And the tooltip also, you can see the difference here, right? And then you have annotation here, which is also indicating someone who is new to this dashboard. It explains what's going on in this chart, right? So what it says, sales for the selected year is less compared to previous year. The bar will be shown in red color. And then we can slice and dice this data by state. So each time I select a particular state, it's all dynamic. It's giving me indication what's going on for which particular subcategory for a particular state and selected year. Sales for a particular subcategory is less compared to previous year. I can change the year as well, and this chart is going to show me sales for selected year compared to the previous year and show me color of the column as red or green depending on if it is less or more. Now let's see how you can design something like this in Encarta. So let me just delete this tab and we'll redesign it from scratch. To save some time, I already have a slicer component here which is showing me a list of state. And by the way, slicer component, if you're using cloud, you can easily get it from the marketplace, or if you are in 6.0 release, or you should be able to install it in your environment. And slicer component is pretty straightforward. You just drag and drop whichever LOV you want to show, in this example state, and then you also have a setting here where you can indicate that only allow one value, don't allow multiple value. It should be a list or drop down and so on. Very useful. And then you can go to manage filter and prompts and add this as a prompt, and then there's a setting which says don't show this on the top. So if I go back here, you will notice that here the default to display is unchecked, or hide from filter bar is checked, so it is being hidden. Okay, so now let's add that chart and do the conditional formatting. Let me add it here. Let's click on save, and we can also make this a little bit bigger. All right, so let me also show you something here. I'm using presentation variable for this, and to calculate the difference, formula I'm using is this is a flag I have added in the business view, and this flag returns 1 for the selected year, and I multiply this flag by sales.revenue. Okay, and it also returns 1 for the previous year, and multiply that by revenue. That's how I can get sales for selected year and sales for previous year. And definition of this flag is pretty straightforward. So sy flag, it's just comparing year with the presentation variable and returning 1 or 0. Okay, now let's design this chart here. So and this table is just to make sure what the color I'm showing in the chart for a particular bar is correct or not. So this is showing you this conditional formatting is very simple. This is just if it is greater than 0, so show this color. If it is less than 0, show this color. That's all it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly design this chart here. So by subcategory, I want to show sales for selected year. Okay, there you go. And I can hide the legend here. I don't want to show the legend. And then I can also hide the title. I don't need to show the title. And then sales for the year $P a year. So a presentation variable is $P_year, but I want to show the value of the year. Okay, so whatever year I select, it will show me that. Great. Now this is set. Now what we are going to do is we are going to apply conditional formatting to show the color of the bar here, which is going to be red if sales for a selected year is less compared to previous year. To do that, all I need to do this here is you can drag and drop formula here and then add a condition. So let's go ahead and add a formula for this. And formula for this is pretty simple. If sales for selected year using S5 flag minus sales for previous year is greater than 0, then return 1, otherwise return 0. So for value of 1, show green color, value of 0, show red color. Let's do that. So if it's greater, if it's equal to 1, right, then I want to show green color. It's not showing the color right now because here I need to remove this. Okay. All right. So this is the formula. Okay. What happened? Got rid of formula. Okay, let's say, so this is returning 1 or 0, right? All right. So, and then this is none. So now let's see what's going on here. If it is 1, then show the green color. And if it is 0, then show the red color here. There you go. And then also I want to show the tooltip, right? What is the difference? It's not showing the difference. So in the tooltip, I can show this, right? So this is difference, which is sales for selected year using this flag and minus sales for previous year using this flag. Let's save this and let's call it diff. Let's save this. And now if I filter it by state or by a particular year, selected year, color is going to change. And I can compare what I'm doing is correct or not using this table as well. So for desktop PCs, difference is minus 11K. Difference is minus 11K. Sales was better in the previous year compared to selected year. And we can see that value here as well. So this is good. Now, how do we put legend here to not legend? How do we annotate saying that this color will be red, color for a particular subcategory for selected year is red if sales for previous year is more than sales for selected year. So to do that, let me just make a copy of this. Let's do duplicate and change this into freeform layout. And let's save this. Now what this allows me to do is I can add a rich text box here. And let's save this. And now this allows me to add the text, right? So I can just go to edit here and type in. Let's save this. And there you go. Now I can filter it by any state or by a particular year as well. This is going to honor the conditional formatting.